I hear the excuses. Every morning, every night, every single time my body says, not today. I answer with one word: no. I didn't come this far to become average. I didn't survive my worst days to surrender on my strongest ones. Pain? I've met pain. Failure? I've worn failure like armor. Doubt? It lives in my head, but none of them controls me anymore. Listen. Nobody is coming. No hero, no miracle, no perfect moment. It's me against yesterday's version of myself. Every rep, every sprint, every drop of sweat is another brick in the fortress I'm building. My muscles scream, good, that means they're growing. My lungs burn, perfect, that means I'm alive. My heart pounds, exactly. That's the sound of becoming unstoppable. I refuse to quit. I refuse to slow down. I refuse to negotiate with weakness. Weakness speaks softly. It says, you've done enough. I laugh. Enough. Enough doesn't build champions. Enough doesn't create legends. Enough never changed the world. One more rep, one more set, one more kilometer, one more battle. Again, 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 again. Look at me. I am not lucky. I am disciplined. I am not gifted. I am relentless. I am not fearless. I simply refuse to let fear decide my future. Every scar is proof. Every failure is fuel. Every setback is another reason to rise harder. The mirror doesn't lie. It shows every shortcut, every missed opportunity, every promise I broke. Today, I fix that. Today, I become dangerous, not dangerous to others. Dangerous to mediocrity, dangerous to excuses, dangerous to comfort. Comfort is expensive. It steals dreams, it kills ambition. It whispers, tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is only this moment. This breath, this heartbeat, this lift, this fight. I am obsessed, not with proving people wrong, with proving myself right. Every morning I make a promise, every night I either keep it or I don't deserve sleep. I choose discipline because motivation disappears. Discipline stays, discipline shows up. Discipline wins again, 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 again. No shortcuts, no excuses, no mercy, no surrender. Pressure creates diamonds, fire creates steel. Pain creates warriors. I welcome pressure, I welcome fire, I welcome pain. Because every obstacle, it's another chance to become impossible to ignore. I don't count the reps, I make every rep count. I don't watch the clock, I own every second. I don't wait for opportunity, I create it. I don't chase greatness, I become it. When everyone sleeps, I work. When everyone complains, I improve. When everyone quits, I begin. I know what I want. Strength, respect, discipline, power, freedom. None of them are free. Every one of them has a price I'm willing to pay. Every single day. Every single day. The world doesn't reward potential. The world rewards execution. Execute, execute, execute. No hesitation, no distraction, no limits. Every heartbeat is a countdown. Every second is a chance. Every workout is another step toward becoming the person I promised myself I'd become. I refuse to betray that promise. Not today, not ever. I am stronger than my excuses, stronger than my fear, stronger than my comfort, stronger than yesterday. I don't need permission, I don't need applause, I don't need validation. mission is complete. And today, the mission isn't over. I rise, I fight, I conquer, I repeat again. Tomorrow, forever.
There comes a moment when excuses lose their power, not because life becomes easier, because I stop giving them permission. Today, I own everything. Every success, every mistake, every victory, every setback, every missed opportunity, every lesson. It all belongs to me. And that is my greatest strength. Because what belongs to me can be changed by me. I no longer blame the clock. I no longer blame circumstances. I no longer blame yesterday. Every new sunrise places one question before me. What will you build today? Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, every decision lays another stone. Every habit raises another wall. Every challenge tests the foundation. So I build carefully, with honesty, with patience, with relentless consistency. Steel is not born strong. It is heated, struck, folded, tested again, again, again. Why should I expect my life to be any different? Pressure is not punishment. Pressure is preparation. Resistance is not rejection. Resistance is refinement. The fire is not destroying me. The fire is revealing what I am truly made of. I stopped asking, when will this become easy? Because easy never transformed anyone. Instead, I ask, who am I becoming through this? Every difficult morning builds resolve. Every heavy lift builds confidence. Every disciplined choice strengthens identity. I don't train only to move weight. I train to move mountains inside my own mind. My standards are not determined by convenience. They are determined by commitment. If I said I would show up, I show up. If I promised another rep, I finish it. If I fall, I stand. Not because standing is comfortable, because staying down is no longer an option. Listen to the silence. It tells the truth. There are no spectators here. No applause, no cameras, only effort, only character, only the conversation between me and the person I refuse to disappoint. That person is me. Every promise I keep adds another layer of trust. Every promise I break teaches me exactly what must change. So I choose trust. Again, again, again. I don't chase perfection. Perfection stands still. Mastery keeps learning. Mastery stays humble. Mastery respects the process. Every expert was once a beginner. Every champion once doubted. Every legend once stood exactly where I stand now. The difference wasn't talent. It was the refusal to stop showing up. There will always be someone stronger, someone faster, someone more experienced, good. That reminds me, there is always more to learn. Comparison no longer weakens me, it sharpens me. It reminds me that growth has no ceiling. The only person I refuse to lose to is the version of me that chooses comfort over courage. That battle is fought every sunrise, and every sunrise I choose courage. This heartbeat is borrowed time. Every breath is an opportunity. Every workout is gratitude in motion. I don't waste gifts, I honor them with sweat, with discipline, with relentless effort. Because opportunities ignored eventually disappear. Opportunities embraced become destiny. There are days when progress hides, the mirror seems unchanged, the weight feels heavier, the road feels endless. Those are the days that matter most, because faith is continuing before the results appear. Real confidence believes in the process long before the outcome arrives. That is the kind of confidence I build. My greatest victory will never be a number, not kilograms, not miles, not trophies. My greatest victory is becoming the kind of person who keeps moving when every excuse sounds reasonable. That victory cannot be taken away. It lives inside me. It travels with me. It grows with every disciplined day. I own this journey. Every setback, every comeback, every mussing, every scar, every sunrise, every opportunity. No one owes me success. No one owes me greatness. If I want it, I will earn it. Rep by rep, step by step, decision by decision, without complaint, without hesitation, without surrender. So tomorrow, when another challenge appears, I won't ask, why me? I'll answer, try me, because I have begun.
There was a version of me that accepted defeat. That version is gone, buried beneath thousands of repetitions, millions of decisions, countless mornings when nobody was watching. People think greatness arrives overnight. They're wrong. Greatness is built, one uncomfortable decision at a time. One alarm clock, one workout, one sacrifice, one victory over myself. Again, again, again. Every day, my body asks for comfort. My mind demands excellence. I know who wins, the one I feed today. I feed discipline. Tomorrow, I feed discipline. Next year, I feed discipline. Until discipline becomes my identity. I don't negotiate with weakness. Weakness doesn't deserve a seat at my table. Excuses don't deserve my attention. Fear doesn't deserve my future. I have one mission. Become stronger, become faster, become sharper, become impossible to break. Look around, most people wait for motivation. I don't. Motivation is temporary, habits are permanent. Champions don't wake up inspired. Champions wake up committed. Rain, heat, cold, pain, stress, none of it matters. The work still gets done every single day, every single time without exception. without exception. Without exception. The mirror has become my rival. Yesterday's reflection is today's competition. I don't compare myself to anyone else. I compare myself to the promises I made. Did I improve? Did I push harder? Did I earn today? If the answer is no, the work continues. No celebration, no excuses, only progress. Some people fear failure. I fear regret. Failure teaches. Regret haunts forever. I'd rather collapse trying than live wondering, what if I had one more set, one more sprint, one more hour, one more chance. Today, I take that chance. I take that chance. Every weight I lift is heavier than yesterday, because I am heavier with responsibility. Responsibility to my future, responsibility to my family, responsibility to the dream that refuses to die. Dreams don't work alone, people do, muscles do. Discipline does, consistency does. I don't pray for easy, I prepare for difficult. Pressure, pressure, pressure. That's where champions are born. Not in comfort, not in applause, not in vacations. Pressure creates precision, pressure builds confidence, pressure reveals character. So bring it, more weight, more resistance, more obstacles. I was built for this. I was built for this. I was built for this. Every scar has a story. Every callus has a purpose. Every drop of sweat is an investment. The returns, strength, respect, freedom, self-belief. Nobody can steal what I earn. Nobody can borrow my discipline. Nobody can imitate my consistency, because they didn't live through the mornings. I almost quit, but I didn't. I'm still standing, still lifting, still fighting, still becoming. Listen carefully. Success is loud, but preparation is silent. The world sees the trophy. I remember the sacrifice, the empty gym, the missed parties, the sleepless nights, the meals measured, the repetitions repeated until perfection replaced doubt. That's the price, and I gladly pay it. Every second counts, every heartbeat counts, every decision counts, because life is counting. Time never slows down, so why should I move, lift, run, push, fight, repeat, 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 This pain is temporary. This discipline is forever. One day, people will call it talent. They'll never see the years, the failures, the tears, the loneliness, the endless repetition. They'll only see the result that's fine, because I know the truth. The process built me, not the applause. There are days when nothing feels possible. Those are the days that matter most. Anyone can train when they're motivated. Few train when they're exhausted. That's where separation begins. Average stops, greatness starts. So I keep moving, moving, moving. One more step, one more breath, one more heartbeat, one more fight. I don't chase perfection, I chase progress. 1% better every day, every walkout, every challenge. Tiny improvements, massive results. Brick by brick, rep by rep, day by day, until the impossible becomes inept. I have no finish line, 'cause every summit reveals another mountain. Every victory creates another challenge. Every goal creates another standard. That's how I grow, never satisfied, always grateful, always hungry, always ready. I refuse to become comfortable. There is a voice living inside my head. It knows every weakness, every fear, every mistake, every scar. It remembers every time I failed, every promise I broke, every goal I abandoned, every reason to quit. Today, I answer that voice, not with words, with work. You say I'm tired. Good. That means I'm pushing. You say I'm weak. Watch me become stronger. You say I can't. Watch me do it anyway. You say this is enough. I haven't even started. Every negative thought becomes another repetition. Every doubt becomes another kilometer. Every fear becomes another opportunity. I transform resistance into power, pain into purpose, pressure into performance. This isn't revenge. This is evolution. I don't hate who I was. I thank that version of me, because without that struggle, I would never discover this strength. Every broken dream became a lesson. Every closed door forced me to build my own entrance. Every failure became another chapter. Not the ending, never the ending. Because I decide when the story ends, and my story is far from over. I have stopped counting the days. Now, I count victories. The victory of waking up early. The victory of choosing discipline. The victory of finishing what I started. Small victories. Invisible victories. The kind nobody applauds, but those victories become unstoppable habits. Habits become character. Character becomes destiny. That is how legends are built. Not in one spectacular moment, but in thousands of invisible decisions. Every workout, I leave a part of the old me behind. Every drop of sweat washes away another excuse. Every breath reminds me that I still have another chance. Some people survive life. I intend to dominate mine. I refuse to drift. I refuse to settle. I refuse to become ordinary. Ordinary is easy. Extraordinary is earned. Every single day, the bar gets heavier. So do I. The challenge gets bigger. So does my resolve. Life throws punches. I become impossible to knock down. Not because I'm lucky, because I train for storms. I train for chaos. I train for suffering. When others panic, I focus. When others complain, I adapt. When others surrender, I attack. Look into my eyes. Do you see fear? Of course you do. Fear never disappears. Courage is moving anyway. Every champion has fear. The difference is they refuse to obey it. Fear can ride beside me. It will never hold the steering wheel. My purpose drives. My discipline accelerates. My actions decide the destination. There are no spectators here, only witnesses. Witnesses to transformation. Witnesses to obsession. Witnesses to a person refusing to waste another day. Time is expensive. The clock never apologizes. It keeps moving. So do I. Every second I hesitate, someone else is improving. Not today. I become the hardest worker in the room, even if nobody notices. Especially if nobody notices. This gym is my battlefield. These weights are my teachers. The floor beneath my feet has watched me fail. It has watched me crawl. It has watched me stand back up. Again. Again. Every scar on my hands is another diploma. Every sore muscle is another certificate. Proof that I showed up. Proof that I refused comfort. Proof that I kept my promise. One day, my future self will thank me. Not for dreaming, for doing. Not for wishing, for sacrificing. Not for talking, for finishing. Because dreams without action are just entertainment. Action creates reality. I choose reality every single morning. I don't need perfect conditions. I create momentum. Rain, train, heat, train, cold, train, stress, train, victory, train, defeat, train harder. There is no season where discipline takes a vacation. It never sleeps, even through my ambitions. People ask where competence comes from. Competence isn't given, competence is earned. One completed workout, one difficult decision, one promise kept. Again, again, again. Until confidence becomes undeniable. Nobody can fake this feeling. It belongs only to those who earned it. When I leave this place today, the world won't look different, but I will. One more lesson, one more improvement, one more reason to believe in myself. Tomorrow, I return. Stronger! Smarter! Hungrier! They keep asking, when will you be satisfied? Satisfied. That word doesn't exist here. Because the moment I reach one summit, I see another mountain. The moment I conquer one fear, I search for a greater challenge. This journey has no finish line, only another beginning. Every sunrise is another invitation, not to survive, to dominate. Every workout is another opportunity, not to impress anyone, to strengthen the promises I made to myself. I remember those nights when quitting sounded reasonable. Those mornings when my body begged for mercy. Those afternoons when my mind whispered, "You've earned a break." No, I've earned another round, another lift, another sprint, another battle. I don't chase comfort. Comfort is expensive, it charges interest. Every comfortable day costs tomorrow's strength. Every shortcut borrows from the future. I'm done borrowing today. I pay in sweat tomorrow. I collect in confidence. Every sacrifice becomes an investment. Every repetition compounds. Every disciplined choice grows stronger than the last. This is how empires are built, not in one explosive moment, in relentless consistency. There's iron in front of me. Cold, silent, unforgiving. It doesn't care who I was yesterday. It doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't care about emotions. It only responds to effort, so I give it everything. Every ounce of determination, every breath, every heartbeat, every fiber of my will, until my body shakes, until invisible fear, comfort, self-doubt, comparison, perfection. They don't lock your body, they imprison your mind. Today, I break every one of them, one thought at a time, one decision at a time, one workout at a time. Freedom isn't found, freedom is earned. I have learned something. Discipline is quiet, excuses are loud. Discipline doesn't argue, it simply moves. Excuses hold meetings, discipline lifts the weight. Excuses count reasons, discipline counts repetitions. Excuses wait, discipline begins. That's the difference, that's why I win. Not because I'm stronger, because I stay longer. Long after motivation leaves, long after the crowd disappears, long after the music fades, I remain. Every challenge asks one question: how badly do you want this? My answer is written in sweat. It's carved into calluses. It's visible in every exhausted breath. I don't negotiate, I commit completely, without conditions, without guarantees, without hesitation.
The mirror is changing,
Not just my body,
my eyes,
they no longer search for approval.
they search.
For opportunity, opportunity hidden inside struggle,
Opportunity,
disguised as pain,
opportunity.
buried beneath discomfort.
Most people walk away.
I walk toward it because that's where transformation lives. I stopped chasing motivation years ago. Now I chase standards. Standards don't care how I feel. Standards don't accept excuses. Standards demand consistency. Every day, without exception, the standard says,
Show up,
work harder,
lead stronger.
repeat.
I obey.
I remember who I used to be.
The one who doubted,
The one who hesitated, the one who feared failure.
I don't hate that person.
That person built this warrior. Every mistake became wisdom. Every setback became resilience. Every loss became preparation. Nothing was wasted. Nothing, 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 nothing. If today breaks me,
Tomorrow rebuilds me stronger.
if today humbles me,
Tomorrow sharpens me.
if today defeats me,
Tomorrow begins my comeback.
defeat is temporary.
Freedom is permanent.
I reject surrender every single time. There are no lucky champions, only prepared ones. Preparation creates confidence. Confidence creates courage. Courage creates action. Action creates results. Results create belief. Belief creates momentum. Momentum becomes unstoppable. That's the formula. Simple, relentless, effective.
Every play I add
Represents another promise.
every kilometer I finish.
Represents another victory. Every obstacle I overcome becomes another reason to trust myself. Trust isn't given, it's earned.
Again,
And again, and again, until self-belief becomes permanent. My body is tired, my purpose isn't. My muscles ache, my vision doesn't. My energy fades. One day, this journey will end. Not today, not tomorrow, but one day. The question isn't how long I live. The question is who I become when my story is written. I don't want it to say he had potential. I want it to say he emptied the tank. He gave everything. He left nothing behind. Potential means nothing without execution. Dreams mean nothing without sacrifice. Talent means nothing without discipline. Every champion I admire bled for their success, sweated for it, suffered for it. Why should my story be different? Pain is not my enemy, comfort is. Pain leaves, comfort stays until it steals your future. So I welcome the burn, I welcome the struggle, because I know what waits on the other side. Strength, character, freedom. There is no audience here, only me. The weight's the silence, and the promise I made that I would never betray myself again. I've broken promises before. I know what regret tastes like, bitter, heavy, impossible to forget. Never again. From this moment, my word means something. When I say I'll train, I train. When I say I'll finish, I finish. When I say I'll become stronger, nothing stops that process. My identity is no longer based on what I hope to become. It is built on what I repeatedly do. I lift, I learn, I recover, I improve, I repeat. That is who I am. Not occasionally, not when it's convenient, every day. Because excellence isn't an event, it's a lifestyle. Some battles leave no bruises, no broken bones, only invisible victories. The battle against procrastination, the battle against fear, the battle against self-doubt. Those victories change everything. No one celebrates them, but they build champions. I remember the first day, the uncertainty, the hesitation, the insecurity. I wasn't strong, I wasn't confident, I wasn't fearless. I simply started. One decision, one workout, one promise. That's all it took. Not perfection, action. Today, I am no longer asking, can I do this? I'm asking, how much farther can I go? Because every limit I believed was only temporary. Every ceiling became another floor. Every impossible dream became another checkpoint. The mountain keeps growing. So do I.
I don't chase applause.
Applause fades, character remains.
I don't chase followers.
Discipline leads.
I don't chase recognition.
Excellence introduces itself. The loudest person is really the strongest.
Real strength
Moves quietly,
shows up early,
leaves late.
speaks through action.
I have learned that motivation is a visitor. Discipline owns the house. So every morning I unlock the door and discipline walks in first. Not emotions, not excuses, not comfort, only commitment. There will be setbacks, injuries, failures, disappointments. Good. That means the journey is real. Nothing worth earning comes without resistance. Resistance creates resilience. Resilience creates confidence.
Confident
Creates an unstoppable mindset. I don't fear difficult days anymore. Easy days teach little. Hard days reveal everything. That reveal my priorities, my standards, my values, my identity. When life gets heavier, I become stronger. Not because I have to, because I choose to. Every sunrise, every sunrise is another contract, signed in sweat, witnessed by effort, paid in discipline. No shortcuts, no excuses, no refunds. Every workout adds another page to the legacy I'm writing, not with ink, with action. Legacy isn't money, legacy isn't fame, legacy is influence. The example I leave, the discipline I demonstrate, the courage I inspire. Even if nobody remembers my name, let them remember that someone refused to quit, that someone kept moving when giving up was easier, that someone chose to grow every single day. I refuse
to waste his body.
I refuse
To waste his line of
another chance. I already have one. It's called today. And today, I will use every second. The alarm will ring again. The weights will wait again. The challenge will return again. And so will I. Stronger than yesterday. Wiser than yesterday. More disciplined than yesterday. This is where most people stop. The body is exhausted. The lungs are burning. The legs are shaking. The mind is searching for permission to quit. But something inside me has changed. I no longer ask, how much is left? I ask, how much more can I give? Because every limit I ever believed in was only a conversation, not a law, not a prison, only a story. Today, I write a different one. I remember every version of myself. The one who was afraid, the one who was distracted, the one who doubted, the one who looked in the mirror and saw only flaws. I don't erase those memories. I honor them, because without them, there would be no warrior standing here now. Every failure was a teacher, every disappointment a lesson, every setback another mile on this road. Nothing was wasted. Every scar became part of my foundation. People see strength, they don't see repetition, they see confidence. They don't see uncertainty, they see victory. They don't see the thousands of moments when I almost walked away. Those moments created this moment, not talent, not luck, not destiny. Choice, the choice to stand back up again. Again. Discipline is no longer something I do, it is something I am. It speaks before I speak, it moves before I think. It carries me when motivation has already disappeared. Some mornings I wake up inspired, some mornings I wake up empty. It doesn't matter, the work gets done, the standard never changes. Rain, storm, sunshine, victory, lost, the standard remains. Show up, do the work, leave stronger. Every rep is a vote for the person I'm becoming. Every decision is a brick, every workout another wall, every sacrifice another pillar, until the structure of my character can withstand any storm. No shortcut can build that, only consistency. One day, someone will ask, what made you different? The answer won't be that I was fearless. It won't be that I was gifted. It will be simple, I kept going when it was boring, when it was painful, when nobody noticed, when nobody cared. I cared, that was enough. The greatest opponent was never another person, it was the version of me that wanted comfort more than growth. Every day I defeated him, not once, thousands of times. He whispered, sleeping, I stood up. He whispered, skip today. I trained. He whispered, no one will know. I answered, I will know. That became my victory. Not because of time, because of effort, because of sacrifice, because of relentless consistency. Muscle wasn't the greatest transformation, character was. Strength wasn't only physical, it became mental, emotional, spiritual. The body followed where the mind decided to lead. I don't fear hard work anymore. I fear wasted potential. I fear reaching the end, wondering what could have happened if I had simply refused to quit. I refuse that future. I choose this one. taken away.
Every sunrise,
Still feels like the first opportunity.
every workout,
Still feels like the first challenge.
every goal.
Still demands humility. Because the mountain never bows to ego. It rewards preparation, respect, patience, consistency. Those who stay become stronger. Those who endure become unforgettable. If today is heavy,
I become heavier.
if life pushes harder,
I plant my feet deeper.
if doubt grows louder,
My actions,
become louder still. Action silences everything. Excuses, fear, comparison, regret. The language of champions is action. Look at these hands. Every callus was earned. Look at this heartbeat, every beat reminds me that I still have another chance. Another chance to improve, another chance to inspire, another chance to prove, not to the world, but to myself, that discipline never loses. One final promise. No matter where life takes me, I will never abandon myself again. I will never trade purpose for comfort. I will never exchange discipline for convenience. I will never allow fear to write my future. The pen belongs to me. The next chapter belongs to me. The room is quiet. The lights are still. The weight waits. So do I. Not because I have to be here. Because this is where I remember who I am. Every time I walk through these doors, I leave excuses outside. Inside. Only discipline enters. Only commitment survives. Only action speaks. There was a time when I searched for inspiration. I searched for heroes, for someone to prove that transformation was possible. Then one day, I realized something. Why spend my life looking for an example when I could become one? Not for fame, not for applause, not for recognition. For the person who is watching silently. The one who thinks they're too weak, too late, too broken. I want them to see what relentless effort looks like. Every choice I make echoes farther than I can see. Someone is watching. Maybe a child, maybe a friend, maybe the future version of myself. They don't need perfection. They need proof that ordinary people can build extraordinary discipline. Proof that courage is built one decision at a time. Proof that greatness belongs to those who refuse to stop. So I train, not only for strength. I train for responsibility. Every rep teaches patience, every set teaches resilience, every failure teaches humility, every comeback teaches belief. The gym is not where I escape life. The gym is where I prepare to face it. When life becomes heavy, I already know how to carry weight. When pressure increases, I already know how to breathe. When fear appears, I already know how to move forward anyway. Because I practice day after day. Year after year. Discipline changed everything. Not overnight. Not in a week. Not in a month. One sunrise at a time. One meal at a time. One workout at a time. The smallest victories became unstoppable momentum. Momentum became confidence. Confidence became identity. Identity became destiny. People ask, how do you stay motivated? I don't. I stay committed. Motivation is weather. Commitment is climate. Storms come, storms go. Commitment remains. Even when I don't feel powerful. Even when my energy is low. Even when progress is invisible. The work continues. Because invisible progress is still progress. The strongest person in the room isn't always the loudest. Sometimes it's the one quietly finishing another set. The one cleaning up after everyone leaves. The one returning tomorrow. The one choosing discipline without needing attention. That is strength, silent, patient, unshakable. I don't need to prove myself to strangers. I already know the truth. Every battle I won was fought inside. Every victory started with a decision. Every transformation began before anyone noticed. Long before the compliments, long before the results, long before success had a face. I trust the process, not because it is fast, because it is honest. The process never lies. It gives back exactly what I invest. If I give excuses, I receive regret. If I give discipline, I receive growth. If I give everything, I become everything I once dreamed about. There will always be another challenge, another obstacle, another reason to quit. Good, because for every challenge asks the same question: who are you? My answer is never spoken. It is demonstrated with effort, with consistency, with courage. I don't fear hard days anymore. Hard days reveal hidden strength. Hard days expose weak habits. Hard days remove illusions. Hard days build champions. When comfort disappears, character appears. That is why I welcome adversity. It introduces me to another level of myself. Before I conquered the weight, I had to conquer my mind. Because every battle is won there first. The bar doesn't defeat me. The distance doesn't defeat me. The pain doesn't defeat me. My own thoughts do, or they used to. Not anymore. Today, my mind works for me, not against me. Every morning, before the sun rises, I make one decision. No matter what happens, I finish what I start. That decision changes everything. The world is full of noise, opinions, distractions, comparisons. Everyone's telling me who I should become. I stop listening. The only voice that matters is the one that says, keep moving. So I move, even when the road disappears, even when progress hides, even when nobody believes, because belief was never borrowed. I built it, rep by rep, failure by failure, victory by victory.
I have discovered the secret.
Discipline is freedom. The more disciplined I become, the fewer excuses control me. The stronger my habits, the weaker my fears. The clearer my purpose, the quieter the chaos. My routine became my superpower. While others searched, I repeated. While others hesitated, I acted. While others waited, I built day after day, week after week, year after year. Small victories became an unstoppable life. Every champion was once invisible. Nobody applauded the beginning. Nobody celebrated the struggle. Nobody noticed until success became impossible to ignore. That's why I never depend on applause. Silence is enough. The empty gym is enough. The sound of my heartbeat is enough. Because I know greatness grows in silence. The strongest chains were never made of steel. They were made of fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being different. One by one I shattered them, not with anger, with action. Action breaks doubt, action destroys hesitation. Action rewrites identity. Every movement says I am becoming. Every workout says I refuse to stay the same. Some days my body feels unstoppable. Other days, it feels heavy. I train both versions, because life will demand both. Strength when I feel powerful, discipline when I don't. That is real preparation, not hoping every day feels perfect. Preparing for imperfect ones.
I stopped asking,
why is this difficult? Now I ask,
what is this teaching me?
every obstacle carries a lesson. Every setback contains direction. Every disappointment sharpens awareness. Nothing happens against me. Everything trains. Every challenge adds talent in the layer to my character.
My competition
doesn't know my name, cause my
competition
is yesterday, yesterday,
yesterday.
rested less, yesterday, believe less,
Yesterday.
accepted limits today.
Yeah.
I erase those limits tomorrow. I erase today's. This cycle never ends, but I never wanted to. Growth became addictive. Progress became my language.
Excellence
Became my standard.
I have
learned that confidence isn't loud. It doesn't need attention. Confidence walks quietly. It arrives early, but finishes late. It keeps promises. It remains calm under pressure. It trusts preparation. That is who I choose to become every single day. One day, my body will grow older. Muscles will fade. Records will be broken. But discipline will remain. Integrity will remain. Those are the trophies time cannot steal. That is why I train deeper than muscle. I train my spirit, my patience,
my focus,
my resilience.
because those qualities
Never grow old.
I inspire a person.
Instead of giving up, this cycle never ends. And I never wanted to.
Growth,
Became addictive.
progress,
Became my language.
excellence.
Became my standard. I have learned that confidence isn't loud. It doesn't need attention. Confidence walks quietly. It arrives early. It finishes late. It keeps promises. It remains calm under pressure. It trusts preparation. That is who I choose to become. Every single day. One day. Morning. I'm speaking to myself. Morning. Doesn't make me stronger. The sunrise doesn't change my life. The alarm doesn't build discipline. My decision does. Every single morning, I stand at the same doorway, On one side, comfort. On the other, purpose. Every day, I choose purpose again. Without hesitation, without negotiation, without permission. The world is sleeping, dreaming about success. I am awake, building it, brick by brick, rep by rep, step by step. Every quiet morning is another opportunity to become someone my past self would never believe possible. I owe that version of me everything. He carried the doubts, he survived the failures, he kept walking, even when he couldn't see the destination. Now, I carry his dream, and I refuse to let it die. Some people wait until they feel ready. I became ready because I started. Action creates confidence. Movement creates momentum. Momentum creates belief. Belief creates transformation. There was never a perfect day. There was only today. And today was enough. I no longer ask, what if I fail? I ask, what if I succeed beyond anything I imagined? What if one more workout changes my life? What if one more disciplined decision changes my future? What if today's struggle becomes tomorrow's breakthrough? Those questions pull me forward. Fear can only chase someone who stands still. I don't stand still. I move, always. The clock keeps moving. So do I. Time never slows down for excuses. It rewards action. Every second is an investment. Every minute is an opportunity. Every hour is a test. The question is simple. Will I spend today, or will I earn it? I choose to earn it. Every heartbeat, every breath, every drop of sweat. My greatest victory wasn't lifting heavier. It wasn't running faster. It wasn't becoming stronger. It was becoming reliable. Reliable to myself. When I promise, I deliver. When I commit, I finish. When I fall, I rise. That trust is worth more than any trophy. Because confidence grows from promises kept, not promises spoken.
The strongest foundation
is invisible habits,
discipline,
consistency.
patience.
Nobody applauds those, but they support everything else. Without them, dreams collapse. With them, mountains move. So I build where nobody looks. Inside, deep. Every day. I stop changing shortcuts. Shortcuts disappear. Mastery remains. Mastery asks for repetition. Again, until excellence feels ordinary. Until difficult feels familiar. Until impossible becomes expected. That is the path. Not glamorous, not easy, but real.
I train,
When I feel inspired,
I train,
when I feel exhausted,
I train,
when life celebrates me,
I train,
when life tests me.
I train.
Discipline doesn't ask how I feel. It asks who I choose to become. Every answer is written with action. There will always be another excuse, another delay, another distraction, another voice telling me to wait. I have waited enough. This moment belongs belongs to courage. This breath belongs to commitment. This day belongs to progress. No one can steal what I choose to earn.
I don't fear being challenged.
I don't fear being challenged.
I fear becoming comfortable.
Comfort slowly steals ambition.
It whispers.
You've done enough. But purpose replies, you have more to give. So I listen to purpose. Every time, without exception.